It's day 3 of my meditation journey, right? 3? I think so. And I just completed my meditation. I again waited. Today is the first day after my all day retreat that I led, and I was going to have a do nothing day, or a do nothing of significance day, just to kind of get my energy back. And I ended up getting motivated because my retreat excited me so much about the work up ahead. But I did end up doing some work, and when I get that motivation to do that, I want to make sure that I do it. So I did do a later one, and actually I didn't have as much trouble falling asleep today, so that was cool. And as I was meditating, I, my brain did end up wandering a lot, and there was times early on in the hour where I was checking out of the present moment. My mind was wandering, and I forgot where I was and what I was doing. But in the later half, I was able to be more present and was feeling a little frustrated because, it's day 3 and it's still the same as day 1. Sorry, my dog is moving around here. Ah, close your eyes. Okay. And I was thinking about why I was frustrated, and I think a lot of it has to do with having expectations and then attaching to those expectations. So expectations in and of themselves are not bad things. They have no sway over us. They can't make us feel anything. It's when we attach to these expectations and make judgment based on our expectations not being met. So if I have certain expectations about how my meditation is supposed to go and it doesn't happen, I have one or two choices from there. I can feel bad about that and blame myself that I'm not doing it right, or it just doesn't work for me. Hang on a second. I gotta get the dog down so she doesn't jump down on her own. That it doesn't work for me, or I'm doing it wrong, or I'm not good enough, or meditation is stupid, or there can be any number of judgments that come from that expectation not being met. Or I can just realize the expectation was not met and move on. Whether that, and my choices in that are varied. I can make different choices based on what I've learned to try to meet my expectations again. I can continue down the same path and see if more of what I'm looking for develops. But I don't need to make a judgment about myself or about the world based on my expectations not being met. Because I would say it's probably most of the time in our lives our expectations are not met, at least for larger goals. I mean, you wake up in the morning, you expect to put your feet on the ground and for gravity to hold you to the ground, and you expect the whatever beats your heart to beat your heart. And so actually our expectations are met a lot, but those expectations about our life and how it's supposed to be are often not met. If they're not widely different, they're at least a little bit different. So wasting energy on getting upset about that or making a judgment about yourself or your value because an expectation wasn't met is really a waste of energy. So have expectations. That's okay. Just remember that when they're not met, just acknowledge that and move on, and it's okay. And so I'm really going to see how this helps me develop through my meditation over these next 97 days now. And acknowledging what my expectations are and being okay with that. And then just being curious about the results as they compare to the expectations, and not making any grandiose judgments about myself or the world if there's a difference. Well, probably when there's a difference. So maybe when you look at your own life, when you look at your career with your coworkers and your boss, when you look at your relationships with your family members or your spouse or your children or your health, what are your expectations about all these things? And look at what the actual difference is, where there are differences, and see if you can just be curious about those differences, or maybe you've discovered you've actually been making judgments about yourself because of those differences. See if you can let go of those judgments and maybe use the information to make different decisions to help you reach your expectations. All right, so that's day 3. Tomorrow's day 4. Hopefully I'll get done early in the morning, but I hope this is helpful for you as well. And take care. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.